Greetings, everyone. I am Lotus Prince, and this is our 150th Let's Play. I'm super excited, and so I'm going to play one of my favorite RPGs, which is Valkyria Chronicles on the PlayStation 4. This is actually a remaster. Valkyria Chronicles was released on the previous generation of consoles, but the remaster, which was available on the then next generation of consoles as well as Steam on PC, puts the game into 1080 at 60 frames per second and includes the DLC. So this is the way to go. Now, what is this game? Well, it takes place in the Second European War. We live in anime land, but this is a thinly veiled allusion to World War II. And we play as Welkin Gunther, someone who's very much into observing animals and taking notes on flora and fauna, but he gets enlisted in the armed forces because the Imperial Empire has attacked. So he needs to exercise his tactician's skills for the forces of Gallia. This game works with unit placement, and when you select a particular unit to move, you control them. You can run around freely, climb ladders, go up and down terrain if it allows you to do that, and take, typically, a single action per turn. And even after taking the action, you can continue to move until your move bar runs out. Once you're done with your turn, you may select that same unit again for less allowed movement, or you can pick someone else to move as. And we're going to have to engage in actual aiming and strategy, whether it be firing a gun, healing ourselves or others, repairing objects, or our tanks. There's a lot going on in this game, and we're going to put our skills to the test. This is a brilliant, brilliant game with an emotionally gripping story and characters that we actually care about, so it makes the whole gameplay worth it. What's the point of pew pew if I don't really see a reason to do it other than get to the credits? But we definitely have our reasons, so I'm excited. Although, now that I think about it, you may remember on my 100th Let's Play, the way I concluded talking about it. It was Skies of Arcadia, but I left you with a little bit of a hint for things to come. Vice, Aika, and Fina's adventures do not end here. They would later be found fighting on the side of the Kingdom of Gallia in the Great European War. But that is a story for another day. Well, I'm very sorry to say that I was mistaken. Don't get me wrong, they're back, they're in this game, but Gallia is not a kingdom, it's a principality. No, I'm actually serious. The joke is that there's no joke. I didn't even think about anything like this for years, but then I took the vocational schools test in Yakuza Like a Dragon, and that was one of the things it called me out on. Is Gallia a kingdom, a commonwealth, a principality? Yeah, it's a principality. Whoops. But otherwise, fortunately, my predictions came true. So let us take a look at our engaging adventures in this wonderful, wonderful game. Oh, and one more thing. To celebrate the occasion, I have a new theme song. It uses a version of a previously established track, so the music may sound familiar, but it's still going to be a variation on the classic. In addition, because this is the 150th Let's Play, the song is going to be a little bit longer for this particular Let's Play, but for future ones, I'll put out a more condensed version. But for this one, let's take a look at just how far we've come. Let's go crazy. Valkyria Chronicles. This takes me back. That sketch-looking storybook effect, maybe it's a filter over this whole thing. This game pioneered that back on the PS3. Here we go. This tune really takes me back. What are extras? I think I might know. Yeah, okay. This is the DLC. I forgot about the top and bottom ones, but I'm pretty sure these are both DLC. I'll be doing those because at least one of them has direct benefits, but I'll come back. Options? I don't think I'm really going to need to mess with these. And we're good. Let's do a new game. On the Gallian Front by Irene Culler.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Welcome to book mode. This is the prologue. I could read that, view that scene again. I can go to this. I do not appear to be able to turn pages right now, but that's because what's there to see? You can barely read it on the right side. H is for headquarters, S is for skirmishes, but I haven't done anything yet. There you go, chapter select, tab select, and I can save. Let's just go into this. A meeting.
March, 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish, and, you know...
Yes, oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Damn, no mercy on fish sketches.
Thanks, fish.
Yeah, so this game handles things interestingly in that cutscenes are episodes, so you'll know when gameplay comes up, but this whole thing is done as the book. So, one thing I think I will tweak a little bit though, can I adjust dialogue volume? Volume levels for movie sequences cannot be changed. Well, you know what? Never mind. The Imperial attack. Those are damn good sketches.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Are you a troll? What is this?
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Alright, it looks like we know where we're going next. This is going to be important. About saving the game. You can do it whenever the hell you want. It's great. So press triangle to open the menu and save. Saving is a good idea before, during, and after any combat op. Anything could happen out there. This game does have permadeath, but it's usually easy to avoid, but still. So, encounter at Brule. I don't know if that's gameplay yet, but because the game's warning me, let's just go ahead. Wow, that was fast. I mean, I don't know what I expected. Encounter at Brule. Yeah, it still says view, so I'm thinking more cutscenes.
Okay, here's the plan.
Oh, okay. We've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. So, victory if we do the thing, failure if the main characters die, or if somehow 20 turns pass. That might become a little more of an issue later in the game, but there is no excuse on level 1.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
My turn.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
About CP or command points. I really wonder if reducing the background music would... Like, if I can't change the dialogue, maybe I could at least reduce the background music over the talking? When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy, then press the X button. Doing so uses up one of the points. You have little badges, so 1 movement per badge. I could move 4 characters, I can move 1 character 4 times, or any combination in between. So they reflect your ability as a commander, and represent the number of times you can give instructions to your units per each player phase. In this battle you have 3, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. I think maybe if you hold off on instructions you could build up more, but at the cost of, not doing anything that turn. Let's try moving a unit now. Okay, so there's Welkin, my main character. There's Alicia, the other main character, but the one who found me. And some guy, the town watchman. I shall select Welkin.
Here we go.
I love the way they do that, they zoom in. About AP, or action points. Use the CP to select a unit in command mode, and you'll be plunged into action mode, so now I'm actually playing the game. Here you can freely move the unit you selected around the field, but only up to a point. We'll get to that. Yeah. So your AP will deplete as you move. So when you run out of AP, you stop moving. That represents the mobility. Now you could still do something. You could still fire your gun, but you can't move past that point. Keeping an eye on the unit's remaining AP while they're in motion is critical to keeping them safe. For now, use the left stick to move the unit near the sandbags. So I can look around as I see fit. You see the little lines coming off of me, bouncing all the way to there's an enemy, right? And there's blue, probably an enemy farther away. In any case, let's just go. And you can see I have my gun, my Galleon 1. I'm in the Galleon army. Not exactly, but good enough. Change? I can't change it, I only have this, but it's got infinite ammo. So let's move. I still have movement left, but wait. About attacking. Oh, this music's so damn good. Press the R1 button to enter target mode. There, the unit will prepare to attack with their currently selected weapon. Use the left stick to move the crosshairs onto an enemy, or L1 and R1 to snap between targets. Enemies will not attack while you're in target mode, so take your time to aim well before pressing the X button to fire. Now note that it says target mode. If I'm running around, enemies can generically spray fire in my direction. And my own allies can do that during enemies' turns, if the enemy's running around in our general area. But for concentrated fire, you have to do that on your particular character's turn. So R1 to aim, X to fire. Your shots will land somewhere within the circle surrounding the crosshairs, so it's best to center it on the entire target. Yeah, it's like Deus Ex. Your crosshair or your reticle is the area that your bullets can hit, so you might still miss, even if you aim it at the head if you're far away. Shots to the head or other weak points will result in greater damage. A unit can only attack from target mode up to once. Up to once? I guess 0 to 1 times per action, so choose wisely before you open fire. If the target survives your attack, they may then launch a counterattack. Yeah, just by default. A damaged unit may not have the HP to survive the enemy's counter, so be careful in planning your attack. Let's try it. You can go over. And there's no one just repeatedly, or they're like aiming all at me right now, so I have the freedom to do this. How do I... Okay, the left stick. So there's the head. I should hit it. See that? I missed my first shot, but I fired 5 times. I hit them enough. So about ending actions. A unit with 0 remaining AP that has already performed an attack is unable to act further. So press cancel to end their current action. This will return you to command mode where you can select the next unit you wish to direct. You can press cancel and end even if they have not attacked and still have AP.
Yes!
Now here's an important thing. This can happen to me. My guy can get shot and knocked down. If I run into that body, it'll disappear, which is kind of confirming the kill. So your units don't actually die unless an enemy runs into them after shooting them down. That's a kill. So that shouldn't happen, but it could. Now what I'm going to do is continue. I'm going to cross the bridge, because I still have AP. Oh, okay. About using cover. Oh, bunch of sandbags. When standing near sandbags, the command crouch will appear. You might have noticed that when I vaulted over the first time. Press the X button to take cover behind them. While hiding behind cover, units are harder to target, take less damage, and are immune to headshots and critical damage. Because you'd think the one thing you could see with the guy hiding behind the sandbags would be his head, but don't worry. Meanwhile, units caught out in the open by enemy attacks will be easier to hit and could take significantly more damage. Advance carefully, moving from cover to cover, and always try to end your actions safely hidden from harm. Doing so should keep your troops alive long enough to secure victory for Gallia. I'm gonna do my damnedest to make my way toward those sandbags, but my bar, we'll see. That'll have to do. You'll notice, by the way, because I wasn't in target mode, that guy kept shooting at me. If I just sat there going, what do I do? He could just keep shooting at me. So pressing cancel gives you the prompt to end current action. If you're going to take time to think, this is how you do it. So yes, I will end the current action. That's how I reload as well. So that's one character. So what do I do now? Do I go to Alicia or the Town Watchman? Or do I just keep going with Welkin? Because I could do that. I actually will
Here we
move on
go.
with Welkin. I'm right there. Why not, right? Minor damage, it's fine. And now he won't be able to aim at me because I'm targeting. I wonder if I could just go back out of target mode, dash forward, but whatever. Again, you notice not all headshots. Be careful with those.
Yes.
But I got him. So now I gotta ponder. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am not gonna end my current action. What I'm gonna do is... I can't go to targeting mode. I guess I'll just aim with the camera. So I'm gonna just run up to that guy, end my turn, and immediately start a new turn and take him out. Because I'm allowed to do that. And you notice his accuracy isn't so hot either. And remember, my HP might be going down, but between levels, it's fine. So end the current action. Why not? And what do you think I'm going to do next?
Here we go.
Here we go is right. Aim. He still got a couple shots off at me, but you know what? It's over. You shoot 5 shots no matter what with this gun. Operation complete.
I don't see any more of them.
Now, I do want to point out this is one pretty inherent weakness of Valkyria Chronicles. I love this game to death, but you get graded on your performance. But the one criterion for your performance is the number of turns you manage to complete the mission in. So even though this is an army game, the way I'm going to get an A rank for this mission is to have one guy with large movement just run and do the whole damn mission himself. There come points in the game where it gets nonsensical, like all you have to do is reach the target destination, so you just send one scout through the army, 100 people are firing at them, the scout's ignoring them. I touch the flag, I win! That means I win, the enemy gives up, A rank! So that is a bit of a weakness, but you'll still see how amazing this game can be. A new episode. So, a hilltop promise.
Miss Melchiot. There's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
Gee, spoilers.
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
That's a solid opening. I love this game.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
This is another thing I like. A new episode, sure, but yeah, this is going to be Chapter 1. I don't know how many battles there are going to be in it necessarily, but you could tell that we're doing chapters because this is how far we go. You could see 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, 3A, 3B. I am going to try lowering the background volume, though, and just see what happens. Volume levels for movies can't be changed, so I don't know how much of a difference this is going to make. But we'll see if that does anything for us. There we go. Can I... Yeah, I can't view anything else, which I suppose makes sense. We haven't unlocked the real game yet, but we will certainly get there. For now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We got to meet 2 main characters, and we were introduced to just a small mission, the Prologue tutorial, 3 enemy infantry soldiers, not really a big deal, but it introduces us to the gameplay mechanics, and also, we are now embroiled in war. It's gonna get harder before we get to relax. The game told us that the small-time opponent is gonna manage to defeat an empire, but despite my joke about spoilers earlier, that's not really the point. What's interesting is finding out just how we're going to be able to accomplish that. Until next time, everyone.